Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Throwing Jones. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Now Jones. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that is very well done there as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
Is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They run with a rookie from Florida, Dameon Pierce. They find some open field here. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 31 yards there and a first down. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful. And that strength was on display there.
Yeah, and this could be a sign of what this defense is in for because, you know, all week long the coaches were preaching to the defense. You've got to be able to wrap up against a back like him or he can make you pay. Technique, technique, technique.
Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. Cousins. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Pierce. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, to have that dagger play, to have that play and just finish him off right now, because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Cousins to throw it. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Lions are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too.
And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Off the play fake. Cousins. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Lions are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, try to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double-team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11. Now is the punter, Jordan Stout. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. Whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy. Open man is lost, complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you break the tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing is Cousins. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Adrian Amos with a pick.
And the Lions are going to have it here just past the 25.
Now a play fake here on first down. Going to be caught downfield by Dotson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Gets his guy out the play.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Cousins now to throw on first down. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47th. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 60 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And, partner, I know so far, we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right? When these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard. I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. The Lions had 0-3 here to begin the campaign. And you hate to have to say it this early in the season, but getting close to must-win time, is it not?
And I totally understand why you expressed it that way, because it's so early in the season, it feels like hyperbole. But I think you are spot on this one. Yes, there's still time to turn things around, but they've got to start to win right now if they have any hopes of trying to make the playoffs.
From just shy of midfield, Jones. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 28. A gain there of 21 yards. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Diggs going in motion right. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Operating from the gun, Jones. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. If you're a lover of offense, this has not been the half for you thus far. Luckily for me, though, I'm sitting next to a lover of defense, and we have had plenty of that, including that interception.
Yeah, and I mean, that still makes it a great game, doesn't it? Everybody talks about if the ball's not in the end zone and points going up on the board, it's not as much fun. I love these defensive battles. Something's got to give with these turnovers. Who can convert them into points?
First down, they go right back to Pierce. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs. Keep the clock running. If they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down. They go play action. Cousins. He'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop him with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Cousins. And this will be caught by Edwards. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. Rosa's kick is good. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. Well, they got the turnover and were able to drive it down, Charles, but ultimately in the end, the defense holds up, and they only come away with the 3 points.
Yeah, they gave up a lot of ground, but when they had to, they settled in and prevented the interception from leading to 6 points. Because you never want to see turnovers turn into any type of points against you, but better to give up 3 than 6.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. 1 second, all that remains. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. He's able to force his way through 1 man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these 2 teams at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Play action now. Cousins. Gets the double off to Pierce. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up second down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Cousins' throw brought in by Austin. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. 88 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Another carry for Pierce. And this will be a Seahawks first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Dameon Pierce is such a fun guy to watch as a runner. He can make a guy miss 1 second and then power through a defender the next. Never had a 100-yard game while in Florida, but I expect more than a handful here in the NFL.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Kevin Farley. And the Lions are going to take possession here at their own 33. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football open and drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. From the 36, Jones. Going deep for Diggs. And got his man complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. For Mac Jones, accuracy was more his calling card when folks were taking stock of the 2021 draft. But he's got a big arm as well, and he shows it off there. On first down, he'll drop to throw. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
And the slot man goes in motion left. On second down, here's Mixon. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That second down play nets a -4. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by DJ Reed. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So what a turn of events there. You're driving to take the lead in this third quarter, but then one mistake, and you're watching the ball being returned for a touchdown.
Certainly a great example of how focus has to be there on every play, doesn't it, partner? You can't get complacent, and I think that he did. He's got him moving downfield, but that's a play where you just shouldn't have thrown the football. And that ultimately could wind up costing him the ball game.
From the end zone, here's Pringle. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Looking to throw. Jones. He targets Ingram for another grab. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Back to throw. Jones. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Marquise Bell. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion force there, but we've seen it throughout this game.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
That's caught. It's Austin left side. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
I would say just add that one to the total of big plays he's already made here in the first month of the year. You've got to think the front office and the coaching staff have got to be excited about what they've seen so far and really excited about what they expect to see down the road.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Ross. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
Lions, nothing.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. He's at the 50, the 40. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Josh Sweat coming in strong and dropping him behind the line of scrimmage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Jones.
Complete. It's Dotson.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a gain of 19 down to the 19, and it's a 1st down. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play out of while you've got them rocked on their heels.
A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to...
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. James Robinson, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Lutz with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Nixon now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So
he's got a man, complete. And all the way in, touchdown, Seattle. Calvin Austin, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From the end zone, here's Pringle. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Jones throw complete to Dotson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Throwing Jones. Man open, that's Byron Pringle complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Another first down there as this one goes for 25.
That's good for the Lions. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Now Jones. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marquise Bell. The 30. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, just add that to the list of great moments for this defense today. They've really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And, Charles, that pick six, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other, every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continually built energy in this one and have got them culminating with a pick six.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Baron Browning, the outside linebacker, dropping him for a loss of 6. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Here's Jones. Off play action. Able to connect with Dotson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. Throwing on first down. Jones going deep for Diggs. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
On 2nd and 10. Jones. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 29-yard line. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. Got an open man. It's Pringle. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Jones out to the flat. That's caught. And in for the Lions. Touchdown. Byron Pringle from 8 yards out. And the Lions have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. What's good on the extra point. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. A pretty good-looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was. And now it's 3rd down.
Pierce will try to pick it up. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 116 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. First and 10, it's Pierce.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Pushes him over. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They look like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Seahawks, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to New Orleans to take on the Saints. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots.